Welcome to radicalwellnesstv.com. This is Shawn and he is a kinesiologist in the area of the Central Coast of California. He's aware of alternative ways to take care of your health in general, so he's going to share some experiences and some ideas with you. So Shawn, go ahead and take it away. Okay. Thanks for being here.
I'm a kinesiologist, and basically people don't know what that means, but some people do, and it has to do more with athletics. But I'm treating the general public. I'm teaching and coaching, and also I'm a massage therapist, which falls under my license. Even though it's not exactly what I like to be doing, it still incorporates a lot of the rehab work. Some people ask, are you a physical therapist? Absolutely, because what I'm doing is I'm working on the physical part of the body first, which opens up a whole realm into the whole whatever's going on with them. They remember things that happened to them 10, 20, 30 years ago. Maybe they were injured in a football injury or a car accident, and they forget about it. So when I'm treating them, I'm not necessarily treating them properly, but I'm on the right road to getting them to open up. And once they do open up, they realize it was not necessarily maybe their hand that was bothering them. It was actually coming from their neck when they were in a car accident. That's one example of how I can get clients to open up. So I think by being involved in massage for so long, for 17 years, that now I'm ready to transition out, and I want to do more education-based kinesiology, which means teaching people about their bodies and how it works. Whether the kinesiology is physical, mental, or it could even be dietary. I'm finding that people do not know what's going on with their body in terms of what they're taking in, or may not even be conscious of what they're taking in terms of the environment. It affects how they feel, how they look, how basically they're acting, and how they're being able to work and play and all that stuff. So to summarize, that's what kinesiology is. It's the study of what the body needs, and then it takes the motion of the body and it makes it more smooth and balanced, basically. Any questions?
Yes, were you teaching like on a college level this information?
Yeah, I graduated in 1992, and right away I started teaching. I was either substitute teaching or I was teaching extended ed classes, whether it was in tennis or in a specific activity. Personal training was huge back then in the 90s. So I did a lot of club work. I was working in the clubs. And then when I went up to the Bay Area, I worked for UC Berkeley and UC San Francisco. They hired me to actually work with the dentists and the doctors that were there, students that were going through their education program. So I was able to help them understand a lot more of what was going on with even their workouts and what they were doing. And then when I went to Boise State, I worked with a lot of athletes there. Same thing when I went to Portland. I did some recreational work and working with a lot of kind of athletes that were coming out of a professional environment. They were becoming more recreational. And then when I came back, to make a long story short, I ended up at UC Santa Barbara, where I loved working with the students there. So yes.
So so if you were going to educate a certain group of people, is it a certain group of people, or is it just general health tips and ideas on how to take care of your physical sort of beat up? After we do sports, we get pretty beat up unless we know how to maintain ourselves.
Yeah, it's interesting that the clientele that I found in the past have been broad spectrum. Anything from people who were ESPN athletes to just your generic person who was just playing volleyball or swimming, or cycling. Mostly athletes, but weekend warriors too. Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. So, we'll be looking for you, and we'll know where to find you. You can get a hold of Shawn through radicalwellnesstv.com. We'll have a link on that and also in the description. So thank you for sharing, Shawn. It's awesome to help people help themselves. So then people can love life, and life will love them back. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye for now.